Hello and welcome to BSL News Round 20. We have a new service manager and I'll introduce you to her and tell you a bit more about her in a minute. She's over there.
Okay.
We'll have a proper interview in about 5 minutes and then you'll get more information about her. This is the new service manager at CommunicationID and her name is Alexandra Shaw. Ta-da!
Hello.
So, Alexandra, you started fairly recently, didn't you?
I've been here 4 weeks now, I think. Wow, time has gone really quickly. Yeah, so I started 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Wow. So how have you felt? Did you feel ready for it? Is it quite overwhelming?
Well, there was so much to learn to begin with. You know, about both companies and building up a clearer picture of everything. But I'm getting there now. I'm feeling this week that I'm ready to really go at things with a pace now.
That's fantastic. Are you from the UK or Australia?
Well, personally, I'm from Australia. I grew up in the west of Australia, not the east, the west. My father was born here in the UK, in Stoke-on-Trent. And he was born there, and when he was 2, he moved to Australia and stayed there ever since. So I have dual nationality now, thanks to my father.
And you can work either here or in Australia?
Yeah, I'm very lucky. I'm aware of that.
Woman. Also, can you tell us a bit about your experience, your background, where you've worked before you came here to the UK and here?
Well, my experience has really varied. I've had a variety of different roles. I was at university for a number of years and I gained a variety of different degrees, and my work has varied as well. Last year I was working as a sign language teacher with Auslan, Australian Sign Language. It's fairly similar to BSL. And then I moved here, and obviously I've adjusted to using BSL quite well. The interpreters are getting there with me, and my sign is adjusting bit by bit. So I've been a teacher. I've also been involved in many different deaf organisations with campaigning. I've also run interpreting services. I've also worked in deaf employment. Also, I worked in a deaf school with both young children and older children as well. I've just been involved in the deaf community in many different ways. Like I said, campaigning, interpreting. So overall, the variety of experience I've had has been perfect for me to come here and do this, really.
Certainly so. You talk about a number of qualifications.
Well,
what
my
are they in?
first degree was in law. And there's also a qualification in journalism. When I finished those two together last year, I then did a teaching certificate as well, which I did in addition to the previous degrees that I've got. So I've got 3 degrees in total now.
And which do you prefer?
Well, out of all of them, I love teaching. I'm really passionate about teaching, imparting knowledge. In terms of law and journalism, they've given me knowledge. Law has given me legal language and the ability to campaign effectively and fight for deaf access. Combined with my knowledge of journalism and the media, well, the two combine together perfectly in terms of sharing information and disseminating information, but teaching is my passion.
Any subject or specific subjects?
Well, I love maths. I really love maths. I really love teaching maths, teaching children how to deal with arithmetic. Science doesn't suit me at all, though.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
No, it's not for me.
It's interesting. So at the moment, moving from Australia to the UK, do you find it's different, similar experience with signing?
The signing itself, the structure is very similar. The vocabulary, I'm still learning. I'm developing that and adjusting bit by bit. What's been quite interesting, and it's quite the same in Australia actually, in Eastern and Western Australia, some of the signs are different, and it's similar here.
Yeah, very similar.
In London, you've got regional variation in terms of Scotland, the north, etc. So you have that variety. You have Irish, Scottish, Northern, Eastern, Western, and I'm trying to learn all of them at the moment and put them all together to make my BSL. And that's really helping me with the staff here.
It's interesting that we have many dialects. Do you have a preferred language?
Ausland and English, that's it really. I'm a little bit shamed by that really.
Why is that?
In Europe, you have so many different languages. You've got English, French, German, so many different languages. And it's the same with deaf people, you've got French, LSF, for example, German Sign Language. I know there are many different sign languages, but, in Australia, we have access to 2 languages and that's it. In the future, I'd love to learn more languages. I definitely want to do that.
I'm sure that will be a challenge for you. It'll be an exciting one too. I hope communication and community ID offer you some ambition for the future. What might your ambitions be?
I would like to enable both companies to grow and get the profile out there, and to clearly define what it is we do and how we can work together with other organisations. And it's really important for the staff and the employees that work here. We need to make sure that the service develops up to the next level now, and it's really exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the growth as well. Young Achievers Australia, I want to ask you about that. Can you explain that to me? And what the full title is?
Well, the Western Australian Young Person of the Year, which was in 2005, and that was hearing-led, and that was linked to a number of different categories, the age of 18 to 30, and another age group that I can't exactly remember. But people could send in their nominations, and then the judges would pick from those. And then, hey presto, I was awarded. I'd been fighting for deaf access, basically, deaf education, deaf rights, etc. And that was in 2005. But then I was given a deaf award as well, which was the Dorothy Shaw Award, Deaf Award. Now, Dorothy Shaw, I didn't know who she was. I mean, we had the same name, obviously, but other than that, I didn't really know who she was. There's no connection either. It was really weird.
Yeah, it's strange and really interesting too. So, did you ever meet Dorothy Shaw?
Not Dorothy Shaw herself. I think she passed away some time ago.
Oh, I see.
But her daughter I know, and her daughter I know, and her daughter I know. So
Wow.
I'm right at the bottom of that, I think. So yeah, there you go.
Fantastic. So overall, you've been here in London, you've seen the deaf community and you've seen the sort of opportunities, but have you lived here before? What are your thoughts?
Well, I've been here to London on holiday twice before, but holiday and work are 2 very, very different things. Obviously, I've moved here. It's a completely different experience. In Australia, it's very different from Britain, Some things are further ahead, some things are behind.
And what do you mean? What kind of things?
I can't really answer that at the moment. Some things, I think it's about 50-50 at the moment, really. Some things are further ahead, some things are further behind. I think there are some things in the UK that present as barriers to deaf people which don't in Australia, but then it's the same the other way around as well. I think there are positives and negatives in equal measure.
Well, thank you very much, Alexandra, for your time.
No problem, thank you.
So, if you want to learn more about Alexandra, you can find her at the email address you can see below. If you'd like to ask her any questions, please do send her an email. Bye-bye.
Bye.